that's so fun.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I appreciate you guys tuning in as always. Today's video is my little bit of a combination of 2 days of pre-fishing. The first clip that you're going to see, the jerkbait fish, that is from 2 Saturdays before the tournament. The entire rest of the video is a week before the tournament. 2 Saturdays ago I got out for a few hours just to go check an area. I only brought a few rods with me, decided to throw a jerkbait just because I saw a school below me pull the fish in. But after that, and I only stayed out for like another hour, mainly talking to buddies. So the rest of the video that you'll see is exactly a week before the tournament and kind of my game plan on how I'm going to approach the tournament coming up, which is the kayak bass fishing Western Trail at Lower Otay. They have it every year and I've never done good at it. So I headed out with a different approach. One thing that I would like to say before you guys see it in the video and destroy me in the comments is, yes, I threw an ugly stick rod, and it was the only medium action rod I had left, and I wanted to try out a popper. So went out to the garage, couldn't really find any of the rods that fit the popper right. The only other ones that I like to throw the popper on were being used by something else. So my daughter happened to have an ugly stick rod that was 7-foot medium action moderate, so it was pretty much a perfect popper rod, and as you guys will see, it worked out pretty well for me in the video. It was embarrassing to have it in the kayak. I definitely was trying to hide it if anybody came around me, but it is what it is. I caught fish at the end of the day. It did its job. I didn't lose a single fish on it, and you know, it was honestly the right rod, right action, right size, and worked out well for me. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Stay tuned. There'll be one more pre-fishing video, and then the tournament is over, and I'll have the tournament video that I'm currently editing up here in about a week. So appreciate you guys tuning in, and let's get to the video.
Well, that ain't gonna do the trick. That's getting caught up in the weeds bad. You know what? You know what might work? The jerkbait might work. Matter of fact, the jerkbait should work. Let's give it a shot. I've done a jerkbait in a long time. The sun gets out a little bit, I'll be able to kind of see. Oh, fish on! That was awesome. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Today is the 4th of July, which means there are only 2 more pre-fish days available, counting today, to prepare for the July 11th Otay kayak bass fishing Western Tournament Trail. For those of you that haven't followed me the past 3 years, I have done terrible here, and this is technically my home lake, so it's pretty embarrassing that this is always the tournament that I do the worst at, even compared to the tournaments I travel to. And I've got absolutely nothing figured out yet, so it's going to be an interesting day. Got 12 rods with me, just trying to figure out something the next 2 days, but the game plan right now is to find the grass patches and fish the grass patches, let everybody else flip toolies, and kind of just be different than everybody else. which is usually the game plan that I always have, is try not to do what everybody else is doing. This year I'm going to look for those grass beds. The water is high, so they're going to be a little bit deeper, and see if I could just pull them out of those grass beds. But stay tuned, and hopefully we get on them today and figure something out. I'm fishing the higher water column right now. You know, I wasn't expecting the weeds to be down in 12, 13 feet. So it's not a big deal. Today is not really about catching fish, and pre-fishing for me has always been that way. And I know that people, you know, it will give you that warm and fuzzy if you're catching fish, but the tournament is a week from today, and tomorrow is the last day to fish here before it reopens on tournament day. So there's 6 days of no fishing on this lake before the tournament. 6 days of no fishing is an eternity for these bass, especially this time of year. You know, you could figure out a bite that is absolutely on fire today or tomorrow, and then come a week from today, that bite is completely gone. You don't win the tournament catching fish in practice. So right now I'm gonna head across the lake to the point right here that splits Otay arm and Harvey's arm. My thought process going into this tournament is Harvey's arm is the more popular of the two arms. This lake basically breaks down into two arms. The majority of the people that fish this lake quite often, I'm expecting to head down Harvey's arm. I'm switching sides right now. The wind is blowing west. It usually blows east, but in the mornings the wind will blow to the west. So I want to get on the eastern bank, and I want to fish the areas where the wind is more calm and there's not very much wind at all. I'm also expecting to see some weed beds along these tule lines, because there usually is every year, and there's some coves that dip around up here on this side of the lake that I want to check out. I want to get back to and kind of take a look at those coves. So switching sides, and we're gonna go to the more calm side and just kind of see what's going on. Be able to fish the topwater baits a little bit more effectively, in my opinion, just because the wind isn't blowing them out. The poppers and the spooks and this blade waker. What's frustrating is, why am I seeing that's a good fish. That's the type you want in a tournament. And look at how he hit that popper. Alright. Yeah, that's a good kayak fish. That's about a 17-incher. There we go. 5 of those, and I'd be in contention. Oh, missed it. Missed it again. Got it. Good one. No, I don't think so. We got a head shaker. Stuff good, buddy. Chill. Look at that one, guys. Man, these are some fish that you need on tournament day. That's another good one. All right, fish number 2, about another 17-incher. That's a stud. We'll measure just for fun. Looks like 18.75. Take that all day on tournament day. Get the release on her. See ya, fish. Thank you. Man, that's so fun. What beats a frogfish? Not a lot. That's on the little jackal Kyra. I downsize because I know that guys haven't been getting bit on the frog. So, downsize to a very small popular frog. I don't know really how many people I see throw it here, but I've had them for a while. I have a few of them. Unfortunately, the tactical bassing guys found out about them. They kind of let the secret, let the cat out of the bag. But bent the hooks up a lot on it. I've got one where they're not so bent up and one where they are bent up. This is more of my bent up open water one. Which is funny because I just caught that one in the heavy veg. But as long as you can keep it on its belly, it can go over those tulies just fine. You just gotta keep the frog on its belly. So Jackal Kyra, you know, let's keep pitching the frog around, see if I can get on a good frog bite. Strange, guys. That's technically a punch fish, but he got it swimming out. He didn't get it on the way down. Smallest fish of the day. Gosh. That would be fish number 4. Man, you want to talk about not feeling comfortable. Catching a punch fish while swimming it out and bringing it back to the kayak is not feeling comfortable, but they're in here, so keep throwing. That's 4. Alright guys, there's my limit. Fish number 5. Number 6. Alright guys, of course no cameras were going. I've had issues with this chesty camera, and my back camera's overheating, so it keeps turning off, but I just caught a stud on a chatterbait. This is fish number 7 for the day, and I'll tell you right now guys, this would have been a great tournament day. 19.25. $19.25. Man, it is a heavy fish. It's got some shoulders to it. 19.25, 18.75. Man, that is a nice fish. On the chatterbait, on the jackhammer. Alright guys, I was actually on my way to meet Mark. To be honest, I was kind of done for the day fishing wise, and I was just going to graph some areas on the way out that I'm going to probably fish tomorrow. And I liked what I saw back there. Threw in the white jackhammer, and a stud came out, 19.25, and just wrecked it. I've got a 16 is my smallest, 2 17s, the 18.75, and then now the 19.25. That would probably get me a top 5, I would guess. I mean, it puts you in contention when your smallest is a 16 on this lake. And to be honest, I did not fish hard today at all. I mean, I'm pre-fishing. I'm more just trying to locate areas that look good than fish. My buddy Mark is around the corner, so I'm just paddling over to him, kind of graphing this area, looking for these weeds. And I saw a good little patch back there, and then I could see down into the water there was a good patch. So I casted, well past it and brung it through those weeds, and that 19.25 came out and just smoked it.
Alright guys, that's the video. Not a horrible day at all, actually a really good day for Otay standards. High 80s, I think it was 88 inches plus. That's going to keep me in contention for a chance at a top 5, maybe even a top 3 finish. So the only thing that had me worried about that day leaving the lake was there was no real pattern at all besides the 2 popper fish in the morning. That was what I kind of expected. The frogfish, I can't really count on frogfish at San Diego, because getting to the back of coves like that, you've basically got to be the first one there, and with the paddle kayak, I'm probably never going to be the first one to get to a cove. So that fish was a great fish at 18.75, but I just don't think I can get to good frogging areas before anybody else, and I know people are going to go for those areas. And then the chatterbait fish, that's something where some days you throw it over those grass patches and they smoke it, and other days you can throw it over those grass patches all day and they don't. What you guys didn't see in the video was I threw the chatterbait a lot over grass patches and I didn't get any bites until that last bite, which would have been like 30 minutes to go in the tournament if we were actually doing the tournament day. So it was a great feeling to get that many inches, but it was junk fishing and I never really developed a good pattern. I still would like to focus on grass, and in the next pre-fishing video you guys will see me do stuff a little bit different, fish a different area, and kind of try to see if I like other things. So as always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel or you're not a subscriber, I would really appreciate if you guys hit that subscribe button and also a thumbs up so my videos get more views. I'm slowly climbing over 500 subscribers, and I'm never gonna plug my videos everywhere on every forum or every Facebook page that you see, but you guys giving me a thumbs up helps my videos get seen by more people, so I'd really appreciate that. And come back on Thursday to see the next pre-fishing video. Thanks.